born on September 13th in Finland, and I was always aware of not having a mother figure by my side. My father had always taken care of me. Even when I had entered university, he had always been there for me. But out of the blue, there was an amazing turn in my life. I had gone to work for my father's company. I was so proud of me. It was my first time going, and obviously with my father accompanying me.
I entered my new office and start with very simple things like paperwork to be able to adapt myself in this new environment. My father introduced me to a new employment. He had explained to me that would be close co-workers. He would be my boss. A lot of time passed, but I never thought that my working relationship wouldn't work out with my boss. My father never noticed some altercations that had happened with my boss. Out of the blue, my father and I drifted apart as he noticed every problem in my office. Probably my boss had told him.
One day, like any other day, I arrived at work, exhausted, exhausted from everything that had happened before. As always, my boss was angry, throwing more papers on the table. It was the usual. I was used to it. But I see him approaching with his face reddened. He grabbed me by the neck and kissed me desperately. I was so scared, and the only thing I felt was disgust. So I took him off me, and I don't know how I realized it, but I slapped him and ran away.
Nowhere, something had changed in Jackson. He was no longer so rude to me. I knew it was because of that kiss last time, however. I let it go as if nothing had happened. Everything went on as normal. For a long time, I had seen something as if Jackson was up to something outside of the company. I had seen how many times he would get scared when a call came in and he was near me, or it was frequent that he would walk away from everyone that he answered them. But as usual, I didn't think anything of it. I had picked up an email, but this one had on the cover Jackson. I approached his office and heard how he was so desperate and angry talking on the phone. He was saying things like how it is possible that the police are on their way. Why didn't they follow my direction? Some of the other impressive things I heard in there left me in shock. So for safety of the company, I decided to tell my father the truth. Seemed to agree with all three things Jackson was saying. I had already scared me even more.
I arrived home and there was a very suspicious guy near the entrance. But I don't know how, when I go out of the car, someone grabbed me by force and put me in another car. I had been kidnapped. When I woke up, I was in a very luxurious room, and a beautiful black dress was what had caught my attention in that room. Suddenly, Jackson came in. He had asked me if I was ready, but ready for what? It turns out that this flashy dress that I could see in the distance would be my wedding dress. Why? I began to remember scenes like when my father had agreed to the misdeeds that Jackson said in his phone call. My father organized all this, my wedding dress. So yes, my father forced me to marry Jackson, leader of the biggest and most dangerous mafia organization in Finland.